Welcome to the Profitpreneur Power Play Podcast, your daily dose of strategies, insights, and action steps to grow your business and build your freedom. It's time to stop playing small and start making power plays.
Hello and good morning, everyone. Happy Friday and welcome to our podcast. So we're going to jump right into it today. We have a very special guest, my husband, but also all the tech, all the tech brains behind everything we do here inside the Profitpreneur as well as ProfitSites. And he's got a good one for you today. So I'm just going to bring him on and get off of here. All right. Hey, Sonny.
Hey, all right.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So what are we talking about today?
We're going to be building on what we did last Friday with the pipeline. So now we're going to go into how to automate different messages to the person depending on where in the pipeline that person is.
Oh, cool. All right. I'm ready. So go ahead. I'm going to hop off.
All right. So welcome. And today we are going to, like I just said, build upon what we went over last week with the pipelines, right? Moving people through different stages of the pipeline. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to set up automation where depending on what stage in the pipeline that person is, your automation is going to send out a different message. So we're going to set that up. I'm going to walk you through how to set that up. This is good for making sure that your leads are getting the appropriate message according to what stage they're at, right? You don't want to be sending a message about, booking an appointment if the person already booked an appointment, right? You don't want to be sending a message about scheduling a follow-up if they haven't even booked an appointment yet, right? There's nothing to follow up on yet, right? So we want to make sure we send appropriate message to the folks depending on what stage of the pipeline they're at. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's see here. Screen. No, this one. All right. So this is me from last time. All right. So what we want to do is kind of work backwards. So when we're setting up these automations, the last action that's going to happen is that the automation is going to kick out a message to our contact. So let's start by creating the actual message, right? And so I'm just going to set up some demo messages. They're not going to say anything detailed. We're just going to make sure that we have our messages created. So I'm going to go into marketing, emails, and now I'm going to set up a template. Okay. And let's see what this one looks like. I think this is just a default template. All right, let's just make a new one. That one doesn't want to load for some reason. New. I'm gonna use email marketing templates, and I'm just gonna choose. Actually, I think I just want to do a plain email, really. So as you can see, we do have pre-made email marketing templates. I'm just gonna do blank because I'm just gonna put the word, a word and a subject line in there that's going to let us know what stage we're intending for the recipient to be. So I'm just going to do blank Let's do design editor. Okay, so I'm gonna have this email be, let's talk about our stages. So let me actually duplicate this tab, and I'm gonna go and look at our stages here. All right, so we have new lead contacted, book presented. I'm in booked. I'm gonna move myself um back to contacted. Okay. So I'm gonna set up a message that's gonna go out when a person booked is in a booked stage and a presenter stage and a follow-up stage. All right. So first is booked. All right. And since it's just a demo, I'm just gonna make sure, oh, that's all I'm gonna put in this email. The subject booked. Now for these from name and email, you don't have to type these in manually all the time. I'm just going to go to this what's called a merge tag, and I'm just going to pull in my information that's already attached to the account. So from name, that's going to be business, my business name, and then the from email is going to be account account email. Actually, this is going to be account too, not business. Account name. Okay, booked. So I have my information there. I'm going to save that. Okay. All right, and that's it for my booked one. I'm just simply going to duplicate this. I'm going to clone that, and it's going to be presented. So this one is called presented. And this is just going to represent the different emails that are going out depending on where in the pipeline the lead is. Just so we can know that the right message is going out. And then next is follow up. So I'll do that. Clone that. This is follow up. All right, so our emails are created. Now we need to put these emails inside of an automation. So I'm going to go to automation, workflows. Okay. And I'm going to set up a new workflow. I'm going to start from scratch, and this is going to be called I'm going to set one up separately. So I'm going to set this one up. This is going to be for booked. Okay. And so the trigger is going to be that the pipeline stage has changed, right? So I'm going to actually look for opportunity, pipeline stage changed, right? Now, I'm going to add a filter to specify which pipeline we're talking about. So in pipeline, demo pipeline. All right. Now I got to add another filter to tell it, well, what stage are we talking about? So pipeline stage, and this is going to be booked. Okay. So what that's pretty much saying, and I'm going to put booked here just so I know, that's pretty much saying check this pipeline, demo pipeline, to see if the pipeline stage has changed to booked. Okay. When that happens, this automation is going to start to run. Okay. So we want it to then send out an email. So it's right here, send email. And then I already have my template created, so I don't have to fill out all this information. It's automatically going to populate itself. So this is the booked one. It auto populates and everything is good to go. All right. So that's the booked one. So that's going to fire when the person moves to booked. Let's see. Oh, I already had one named booked. Didn't know. Well, I'm going to duplicate this workflow, and this is going to be the next one presented. Okay, so I'm just going to go in here, and I'm just going to change the pipeline stage to presented. Save. And now I'm just also going to change the email to the presented email. That's the email we set up for this stage. Publish and save. Back. And then we're going to duplicate one more time. And this is going to be follow up. All right. And then again, I'm going to come into my trigger and I'm going to change my pipeline stage to follow up. Save. And then I'm going to change my email to the follow up email. Save that. Publish and save. And let me just check this other booked one that I created last time to make sure we're not going to interfere. All right, so this is if they actually booked an appointment. So booked. Okay, cool. All right, so we're good there. All right, so my messages are my automations are set up. My messages are set, and so now all we want to do is test to make sure this works, right? So I'm just going to manually move my contact over to the different stage so that the automation fires off. Okay. So I'm gonna go to my pipeline. All right, and I'm gonna move myself from contacted to booked. Okay. Now, if we go into automation, and we looked at the booked one we just created, we can see now it says 1 in total enrolled column. It says 1. I can go into the automation itself to see, but I'm going to go into contacts and actually view, conversations, and actually view the message that went out. Okay. So this is the message that went out to me. This is the message that I received. It says booked. Okay, so this is inside of ProfitSites, you can see a record of the messages that got sent out from the system. So this is showing me that this got delivered and that says booked and it went to here. So just to make sure, I can actually check my email as well to make sure we actually got it. All right, so yeah, there's the email right there that I got. Okay. All right. So now, same thing for the other one. So go back to opportunities. Now I'm going to move myself from booked to presented. Okay. Now, if I go into conversations, I should now see the presented email went out. We can see it right here, presented. All right. And even if we go into automations, we can see that in the presented one, there's one total enrolled. And then last but not least, we're moving myself over to follow up. Make sure I get the follow up message. So I'll go back into conversations and I can see the follow up message just went out. All right. Easy peasy. So of course, you'll have content inside your actual emails. And the way that the contact moves from to the different pipeline stages, in your case, it can or may be automated. Okay. So I was just doing this manually, just as a demonstration to show the automations working. Okay. But like I said in last week, you can automate how these uh, contacts move from stage to stage. So last week I set it up where we had we had my contact book or schedule an appointment, and so when that happened, it put the person in the booked stage. So what I can also do is once we actually have the meeting, I can manually move myself from booked to presented, right? Manually move the contact from booked to presented, or you can actually set it up to where once the meeting is marked, because when you're in the calendar and you have a calendar meeting set up, okay, you can then change this. So it's a 7, yeah. So we can then change this. As a matter of fact, maybe we can set up. Let me see how much time I got. All right, so when you're done a meeting, you can change this to showed. Okay. So I can then set up an automation, because where we at? In the opportunity, we are at follow up. All right. So, I'm going to move I'm going to set up automation to move it into the presented. And I'm thinking it should be able to move back and forth. So I'm going to set up one more automation workflow, and this is going to be uh, meeting included. And the trigger for this is going to be appointment status. Appointment status. See, event type, there's no choices for this. Yeah, any. This can be any. Appointment status is showed. Save. And now I'm going to automate. So it needs to find opportunity. All right. Find. Okay. And then once the opportunity is found, it's going to move it, update opportunity. Yep. Pipeline, demo pipeline stage, presented. Save, publish, save. So now what should happen is when I hit this button inside of my appointments and I say, hey, we did this meeting. This is, I presented my offer, right? I can say showed. Okay. So when I update that to showed, that should move my contact into the presented stage. And that's where it is. It was just in follow-up before I did that. And so we can go back into the automation and we can see that in the meeting concluded, we have one total enrolled. So that's the automation that I just set up, where it moved it into the presented when I clicked that the meeting was a show. Okay. So yeah, you got a bonus automation there. I threw in at the last minute. And yeah, that is it for this one.
Oh, can we switch?
We go.
Yeah, awesome. I love it. So this is something that you can start getting into, especially obviously if you remember inside the Profitpreneur, because you got access to ProfitSites for free. So get in there, play around a little bit with some of the workflows, and really, get yourself acclimated with this, because you can't. I should include myself in this, but these days, you guys, modern is modern, and part of what's happening in this modern age is things are becoming more technical, right? You've got to learn this stuff. It's to keep saying, oh, I don't want to learn this, or oh, I don't understand this, is to hold yourself back, because there's always a way to learn it. And so here inside of Profitpreneur, we're happy to help. We're willing and able to help. So as you're going through things like this, if you do have any questions, we're always around. So definitely beneficial to have someone who's already technical be able to walk you through this stuff, so that you can start to learn it too. 2025, whenever. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Be sure to check inside the description box. There is a link. Thanks again. Have an amazing Friday, and we will see you back here after a nice restful weekend, back on Monday, same time, same channel. Bye.